Hello. Welcome to another episode from season 2, breakdown episode 5 with my co-host over here, Tamon Kane. How you feeling, man?
What's up? I'm feeling good. It's Wednesday. The week almost over.
Exactly.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. It's the middle of the week, like you said. It's hump day. Half of the work week. Well, more than half of the work week is over. Looking forward to the long holiday weekend. So
Oh yeah,
it's
it's Memorial
yeah, man. Well, I mean, I know everybody, not off or whatever, but shit, I'm off, so I'm gonna celebrate that. Toast to that, you
Weekend.
know.
Toast.
But yeah, it's and I'll finally be able to watch from at like midnight or something and actually catch it, catch it
Mhm.
and not worry about not have the Monday blues or the Sunday blues or whatever, when you got to go back to work Monday and stuff like that. Um yes, yeah. So we got another special guest in the building today. We got the one and only Michael Anthony in the building. How you feeling, Michael?
What's up? I did not know y'all were live. I was cutting shit off. What's up?
Hi, Michael.
What's up?
Thank you for joining us, Mike. Thank you for joining us. We got Jaleesa in the building. Thank you for joining us, Miss Taylor. We got Mika in the building. Shout out to Double Feature Podcast. Thank you for always coming through. But yeah, we gonna get into it. It's first, how you feeling today, Michael? Like how are you feeling about what were your expectations for this episode?
I felt like I was wanting a little more action, but we
Mhm.
did not get that. But I mean, I feel like we're getting closer to these people talking to each other just little by little.
Yes.
So it's like a little bit of information. So I'll take that. But there needs to be something crazy happening in the next few episodes.
Yeah, I think me and Tamon we were talking earlier about it, and we was like, yeah, it was a good episode, but it definitely left a lot to be desired, and especially after the episode before, I was like, okay, this gonna be the setup, and then this one come on, and I'm like, well, damn, this is another setup, like the setup to the setup, So they definitely need to kick it in a high gear, especially some of the cliffhangers, that they choose to use. Mika says definitely wanted more action. It's a slow build. Yes, Mika. Got Kira in the building. Hey, Kira, thanks for stopping by. But how did you feel, Tamon? Like, what were your expectations before the episode?
It was a bit of a snooze fest, honestly. Like nothing really happened. Like there were some good moments. Like I have some things to say about everybody versus Sarah this episode because she called it this episode.
Yes, she did.
The smoke every place she went, and I enjoyed that part of it. But like nothing has changed, nothing has progressed, and this formula is starting to get a tad bit old on how they're handling the carrot in front of us. I still have hope. I'm already invested. However, it was a bit of a snooze fest. The highlight for this episode was showcasing how talented Jade is.
Of course.
That's the highlight of this entire episode.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I was when I saw him playing that guitar, I was like, "Hey, this bullshit,"
Guitar
or cello,
Violin, something.
violin. I'm my uncultured ass, violin.
playing a banjo. And all Victor wanted to hear was "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star." I'm sick of him. And when Jay went off, I was just like, "Exactly, Jay. You won't tell me any fucking thing." I was like, "Yes, exactly."
And then even after he played it, then he tried to backtrack again. I'm like, no, bitch, you gonna tell me something? Because now you know information. You try to play with us. Now we got to do shit for you. I am tired of him. I am really tired of Victor. The excuses are done. It's over with. Him, Boyd. I'm sick of everybody keeping secrets. It's a wrap. We need a meeting.
Yeah, we do. And I think we need some of us on the writing staff, because I feel like some of these ideas would have progressed the story along without revealing everything. Like I feel like a meeting episode would have definitely added a little oomph to, what we have right now.
Yes, give us a little trial or something. Give us something to see if what we're going to do with Sarah.
Yes.
And then let everything just come out.
I'm all a fan of great storytelling, and I get it. Sometimes it's long form, especially in TV. But this ain't it, dog. They need to go ahead and start having these conversations. We need to start understanding. And I like how Tabitha, she summoned these kids, and when they showed up, she was like, never mind. I changed my mind. Y'all can go back to wherever the hell y'all was at. I'm like, what did you do that for?
Bald-headed babies.
Yeah, the agui.
Yes, what the fuck?
I was like, agui.
I was like, okay.
That is backwards.
Wait, what is that? Yoga. You know what? I ain't trying to spark up no incantations tonight. So
you need intention to do that. So you're fine.
Yeah,
you can
some
agui.
Kira said, I felt like this episode was lacking something. It felt like a filler episode. Mika, damn, it was depressing for Sarah. If I'm Sarah, I'm like, let me just take my ass to the woods. Mika. No one wants me around.
Honestly, I was like, Sarah, fuck these people. You know what? Y'all gonna keep fucking with me. I'm gonna leave these doors open while y'all sleep or something. Y'all keep going. Especially Kenny, I get it, but you tried me. You fucking tried me today.
We saw a little snippet of what I told y'all is going to happen. I was like, this is the beginning of Kenny's villain era. Kenny is about to put it down. Assertiveness. Coming with that energy that is just like, don't fuck with me right now. Kenny.
That was a lot.
Kenny needs to grow up. I'm so glad he got some better pants and a new outfit. I'm excited about that. That's a plus. But he needs to grow up and get over it. Okay, she left the door open. Okay, I don't want to say that because that's not nice. However,
I get why he's mad. The way he went about it, I don't know. I would have had more. I would have had the smoke for her too. But Boyd is the one I mainly would have been going off on instead of her. But you slamming her shit down.
No, it was for me. It was reminiscent of Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3 when he put his hands on Mary Jane and he had the black suit on and stuff like that. I was like, that's the type of energy that Kenny was giving. Black suit, Tobey Maguire.
I want him out.
Kenny?
Really, Kenny?
I want Kenny.
No, I need him to go bad at least. I want to see him do some shit before he gets taken out.
I'm starting to dislike and be bored of tons of people on this show. The lover nurses, take them both. This whole hairstyle scene and this t-shirt scene, I don't give a damn about any of that.
That makes you dislike them because they doing their hair.
Well, of course, I would normally love them if they're doing their hair. But in this case, I was like, why are we having this moment on the show? Like, give us something else. And then she went with this old-ass mullet. I was just like, you know what?
Are you putting yourself in this situation, though? Because I feel like we're talking about this, like, from an outside perspective. If we are trapped in this town, like, what would you realistically be doing? I would feel like if you had a long-lost lover show up after 6 months, y'all would be playing in each other's beards and shit or whatever y'all would be doing. And you be trying to take things in and enjoy each other instead of trying to get out the whole time.
Introduce them to Kenny, and we can come up with an arrangement. And I mean, if you got clippers in that bag, of course, line me up for sure. But Jesus, they just made I just don't like this whole love story with them. and I want it to be over.
I don't think they're gonna make it, honestly, but
you gotta have one nurse, and hopefully it's the what's her name? Christy.
She's gonna be gone. Mm-hmm.
Didn't she give you 80s Victim with his haircut and t-shirt? Like, oh yeah, she's giving me Tina from Nightmare on Elm Street. It's time.
I can see that. I could see the mom from Poltergeist 2 towards the end of the movie where she just has the long sheep shirt.
Yes.
We got Kira. She says, if anything, this episode focused on Sarah and where she goes from here. The biggest knife to her chest was the pain she saw that she caused Tien.
Yeah, Tien Chen broke my heart, and it was such a subtle performance, but I felt bad for her.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be invested, but I wasn't. You stole from me. I was good to you, and you put hate in my heart. It was great. It was a good scene. I will say that. I wasn't tore up. I was like, yeah. I thought she was gonna slit her throat on this counter. That would have been everything.
I agree, Kira.
Oh, wow.
There should be weekly town meetings.
Yes. You know? What else are we doing here?
Yes, Tabitha was ready for the smoke she summoned.
Yes.
Agree. Kenny did piss me off with breaking her thing.
That was funny.
They forget this place makes you do bad things, just like boys. Facts. And sometimes we forget about it because of all the other shit that's going on. Kara says it appears to be her girlfriend who returned has a substance use problem. Yes, the morph. I was like, yo, really? But then again, I get it. Like, you're in this situation.
Absolutely.
But I'm just like, and was it Jay said all the he was out of his last pre-rolls or whatever, like whatever the fuck he was saying, so I'm like the morph, but I'm like, damn, jumping from that to the weed to morphine, that's a big ass jump,
but in times like this,
and you only got but so much morphine, so
It was so I just binged Degrassi Next Generation, or some of it, last year, and this little Sarah storyline reminds me of this character who he was abusive towards his girlfriend in the school. They all hated him. He left. He came back trying to not repent, but like trying to change and shit. But they wouldn't allow him to change, so they kept fucking. Then they in turn became like the bullies in the situation. And then he, took the gun out, did what he did. So it kind of reminds me of that, and I'm getting the sense that something's going to happen with Sarah. I don't think she's going to die, but if she does, I think she might do something to herself because of the way everybody's treating her in the town. And that might cause some more shit to happen, like the storm that came in. Maybe they don't want people taking care of themselves in this town either. Like maybe it's going to have a negative reaction.
That's a really good point. And it makes me think about the town itself and the faction idea that we've been all talking about. Now it's shifting to me in my head. It's making me think about who's in the faction, because it seems that a lot of it maybe is the town versus the people who are, like Boyd and Sarah.
Yes.
Maybe the faction is not Randall and all those other people. Maybe they'll rise up to lead it. But maybe the faction is actually the town against our main protagonist, because he's keeping all these secrets. He kept Sarah alive, and she can't even walk down the street. She went to her old house. The woman in her old house was letting her have it. She was just like, get the fuck out. Every time she said something, no, bitch, get the fuck out.
She was a lot. They were doing the most in this episode. Like, I remember she killed her brother accidentally. She did try to kill that little boy, but it's like a lot of people doing fucked up shit here. It's not just her. A lot of
it's a lot. It was a lot.
I just can't get my shit. You doing a lot. Give me my clothes so I can get up out of here.
You doing all that. Give me my box. Y'all don't want me to turn up in this house, do you? I am. She needs to start showing her ass.
And she don't listen either. Boy, tell you, stay swim. Why are you bringing your ass out, riling everybody up? Just the side of you is going to get people upset. So he tells you to hang back. You come out when Tabitha's about to strangle your ass because you try to kill her. So you want to, it's like you just need to stay inside somewhere.
See, I wouldn't have came if I was Sarah. I would have probably I'd be in like under the stairs somewhere, just because it's too many variables that could go on, and there's so much like heat, when you show your face and all this stuff that's going on. So I'm just like, yo, you don't have to. You like you said, things you're gonna stir things up. So why even put yourself in danger like that? Because if Kenny wasn't who he is, the noble man, the Texas Ranger that he is, the deputy, like because I see this Kenny arc as and I'm gonna bring it back to Spider-Man too. I'm gonna bring it back to Spider-Man again. But when Tobey Maguire, he threw his suit away and he was like, I'm done being Spider-Man. I'm Spider-Man no more. We know this thing gonna throw it back on, but just we'll let him be in his feelings for like a movie or a couple episodes. So, Kenny, we'll let you be a villain arc.
You're right. He does deserve his time to grieve and be angry and have a temper tantrum and sit there with Victor. He has his time to do all those things. But he needs to get it together or he needs to go. I guess I'm the only one that's not on Team Kenny. But
it's all right.
I didn't like how he went about it, but I understood why he was doing what he was doing. And also he's protecting his mother. At the same time, it's like she caused pain to his mother, so he's trying to protect her as well. It's not just about him.
I'm surprised he didn't kick her ass in front of that restaurant, though.
Yeah, it's because it's your mom and it's these circumstances. So it's like not only were you charged to protect the town, but it's like another level when it's your mom and you see what this woman has been capable of. So it's like, all right, I understand. So I ain't gonna be too mad. Mika says I was not feeling Christy's hair. Christy's haircut was the real villain of the episode.
Exactly. They gave you footloose realness, and nobody wanted that.
Mika says, "What did y'all think about Randall on the bus? What is he planning to do on the roof? Ooh.
Relax, catch some sun."
No, I feel like I don't know. Randall, he was kind of irritating me. Especially at the beginning of the episode when he was just like, "Don't walk away from me." I'm like, all right, you sound like you abuse kittens. Like you sound like there's some sort of abuse going on in your life, and I don't know. I just do not like Randall. I do like the fact that they brought that old lady back. I was like, is that old? Is that the OG? You still walking around there in the same outfit? I'm like, damn, because I get it, like y'all vampires or whatever the hell y'all are, but and I get like your skin and stuff may regenerate, but do the clothes regenerate as well? Like, what's going on?
Ripped and dirty.
Yeah, it's very wild. So what did y'all think about Randall on the bus?
He's a troubled person. First of all, the fact that he's traveling around with a gun, I'm like, where was he going that he's carrying his gun? So I'm wondering, like, was he in service? Was he planning on doing some shit? I don't know. But the beginning, I didn't understand it. Like, he was almost about to open the door. Like, he wants to fight them for some reason. He wants to show that I'm not afraid of you. So I don't know what the fuck his deal is. It looked like he may have been trying to carve another talisman on top of the bus. I don't know what he was trying to carve. I don't know. I have no idea what he actually is trying to do.
He's carving these talismans so he can replace them with the real talismans to get everybody else fucked up.
Ooh.
See, smart, right? This is what I'm telling. This is what I've been talking about. Somebody, and it might be Randall, and he might team up with Kenny, and them niggas just snatch up all the talismans, and
Tien ain't gonna let Kenny do that. Tien is not gonna let Kenny do that.
He's gonna fall in love. Oh, I'll save that for a moment. But yeah, you're right. He's gonna definitely do that. Replace all the talent.
That would be great. I want to see it.
Well,
or he maybe can figure out what if we can make our own talismans, which nobody else thought to try. But who's gonna test it? Right? Who's really gonna test it?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't get too damn close. I'd have to have like some sort of exit strategy.
Well, the next time we put somebody in the box, that's when we'll test it.
Like I'd be thinking, okay, we need to take this to the exact tree you find these fucking things at. I don't know what we got to do, a prayer circle, call the corner, something to see. But who's going to do that? Because somebody who's already going to die, maybe. So somebody whose time is short.
Oh, as it is expendable. You know,
he is.
I know he's over it too. Him and Donna, I know they are over everybody.
Yeah, it's like, why is everybody coming up to this house and talking to me about shit? I don't care. I just want to have one calm ass day. Since y'all whole car dropped in this city, it's been horrible. Even more horrible.
Terrible. Jaleesa says, yes, Rick. I guess that was in
Degrassi.
Kara says, Elgin will be an ally to Sarah, perhaps.
Thank you, Kira. That was the point I was going to make. That was the most wasted use of time. If they have a romance, I'm over it. I'm going to be completely over it.
But you know what? He was talking to Julie before, so I'm like,
how old is he?
16, 17.
That'd be interesting to see. I mean, who knows? Who knows where they would take it? But maybe they're trying to test the waters to see like how the audience reacts to his chemistry with Julie and then his chemistry with Sarah. You know,
if him and Sarah need to hold hands and light some candles, throw some salt around, and figure out what's going on here. You got visions, I got voices.
They don't want to find that. So you got one person who has seizures and that can destroy buildings apparently in the town. And then the other one, she gets voices and messages to kill people. So I don't know what you're gonna get, but it doesn't look good.
You know, they're gonna try. They're gonna try and get it together.
Let's hope.
Yeah,
but it goes back to what we've been saying: town hall meeting now.
No, I definitely agree. They definitely need a town hall meeting episode. Maybe we need to DM the producers of the show, or well, actually, shit, the writer's strike. You know, it's a little too late.
Well, they need a council, like you were saying the other week, but a judicial kind of one, where if shit does happen, it's not just Boyd making decisions or Donna making decisions. We get maybe 4 or 5 people, maybe 5, not even the amount of people, and they can come, and people who are logical and not just emotional, like people who can balance both.
Who will be in your council?
Tien Chen, number 1.
Yeah, that's not a bad choice at all.
I don't want to say Jade. Maybe Jade.
Y'all are some haters, man.
Damn, maybe Jade.
Maybe Jade. Maybe from a child's perspective, they can put Ethan on there.
Okay.
Put Ethan on the board. He's going to be the innocent. He's going to keep them in check so they don't get rowdy. Damn, I don't know. There's a lot of people. 2 more. We need 2 more. Fatima, Mika. Elgin. Maybe Donna. I could see Donna. You need an enforcer on there just in case. I don't know about a 5th one. I don't know who the 5th would be.
The bus driver. Just
that's a good one. Yes.
Because I feel like she's still hasn't lost it yet, so she's still she's got to redeem herself.
The older lady that came on the bus, her too. Those 2.
Oh, Tilly, yeah. Tilly.
I don't know about Tilly. She has to take morphine soon, so she won't be even functional. So
well, shit. With I think in this world, similar to Lost, they had somebody sick and lost, and then they went on the island and they weren't sick no more. So I think they might be doing this shit again. with Tilly,
I could
because
see that.
she did set the morphine, up there, but it's like, well, does she really need it anymore? Especially because she's not going to be able to refill the shit, So,
Who will be your counsel?
I'm gonna go with Tilly. I'm gonna go with TN. I'm gonna go with Kenny, because we gotta throw a wild card in there. I, and I'm gonna go with Donna, the number one Don Dada, and who else? I'm gonna probably go with,
Randall.
you know what? Maybe, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, maybe Randall, because as a wild card, because I feel like he's pissing us off so much, they might switch his story arc and actually make him like a good, like a lovable character. You know? So
yeah, for sure, I can see him being redeemable.
Yeah, who would you choose, man?
To no surprise, the first spot goes to the chairman of the council, which is Jade. He's logical. Yes, he's logical, and he's a thinker. And then next, it will go to
Jim, Tabitha.
It's definitely not Tabitha. It's probably going to be Randall. For sure, I like the idea of having someone that'll challenge authority and bring new ideas.
You would choose Randall over Tabitha. What is the reasoning for that?
I only have 2 spots. I have two people. I have more spots. I'm just saying that Randall is someone who's not afraid to challenge authority. He has guts, and you need that on your council to keep you alive, fresh, and creative. Next, I will choose Jim. Jim seems very grounded as well. I think he'll be a good balance to Jade and to Randall to keep them sort of in place. Because Randall probably can go off the edges, and I don't know if Jade's going to fight him or not, but I'm sure Jim will. Next spot goes to the nurse, Christy. I think in leadership, you need to have someone who can speak from the health perspective and things that we need and all of that. So Christy gets the 4th spot. Oh, yeah, that's 4. And then 5 would go to Donna.
Of course.
Okay.
Donna, because she is a pillar of the community. She is already slick in charge. She seems stable, and she's in charge of Colony House. And apparently she knows when the groceries are low. So we need that too. We need medical, food, leadership. That's my answer. Vote for Jade for mayor. Don't forget that.
Okay, I respect it. It was very, very well thought out. Very well
Thank you.
Yeah. We got Kira says, what do you guys think about the meaning behind puzzle pieces? Clearly they can summon kids, but are they meant to help or harm?
Did I miss something? What
puzzle piece?
The blocks.
Oh, when Tabitha took them there and she thought, no, that actually means that's the way that you do it. But every time it's there, the kids do show up. So it could be something to that.
I don't know. I'm getting very M. Night Shyamalan. Everybody has a reason or a gift, and maybe hers just seems to look useless. Like, girl, all you can do is see these bald kids. That is not helping. I'm trying to think what this could have to do with anything that's going on, and I can't figure that out.
I feel like the puzzle pieces, it's a puzzle in itself. Because I don't know, because I saw like one episode where we saw them in two different contexts. It was like the kids playing with the puzzles, and then they showed another vision or whatever. And I'm just like, give me something, give me some breadcrumbs, because I'm struggling to put this together, you know, and what the kids have to do with this, you know, what the agui, you know, have to do with this, you know. So
I'm trying to think like Game of Thrones, like Hodor, like what word could be like associated with that sounds similar, you're pronouncing differently.
Yeah.
How do you spell what they're saying? That's what
I just wrote down Aghooey. That's how I spelled it. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation or spelling. But that's what I wrote down for my notes, you know, Agooey. You know. Kira says, Donna over everyone at this point. Leave me the hell alone. She about to build her a solitary hut. I feel that because she's getting stressed out as the season progresses. She's getting more and more stressed out. She hasn't lost it as much as Boyd, but I love when she was having that conversation with Boyd and she was just like, yo, get your shit together. Like, you know, we have faith in you, or we had faith in you, but you about to make us lose that shit. Like, you know, and that's going to be detrimental to what we got going on.
She dragged him.
Was it me, or was it that every excuse that Boyd gave about Sarah felt like no one gave a shit about it? It was like, she hears voices. Okay, no one cares. It's every time he said something about Sarah and trying to convince people, I felt like no one cared or listened to him.
I mean, it's almost at the council they can figure out who wants to leave and who wants to stay. Because I'm not even going to bother. If I want to leave, I'm not going to bother. It's not going to fuck with y'all who want to stay here. But we need to figure out who wants to do what. Because if Donna wants to stay, she's not going to be putting too much effort into trying to figure out how to get the fuck out of here, like Boyd is, or like Jim and Tabitha, all of them trying to do it. So their agendas need to be out in the open.
Yes.
And I think they want very different things. Like, I would argue most of them probably should just fucking stay there and live life like they were living. I probably would do it if I didn't have nobody back home and wasn't shit for me in the real world. So why cause up a stir? Why you fucking our shit up? Ever since y'all started getting smart and wanting to do shit, everything's been falling apart. We were good for however many days before these new crop of people came up in here, and then, you know, I just
that new crop of people.
Yeah, ever since Jim and his family came in, things have been going downhill.
True.
Aside from that wasn't home because he was drunk. Aside from that part, but
yeah.
But speaking of Jim, he is probably the most interesting part of this episode for me because he's starting to think about things and he's having the conversations with people. He's like, we heard a voice. So he's started talking about experimentation. I was like, yes, that's what we're talking about too, Jim.
Yes.
Boyd was like, I gotta go. Boy, where do you have to go?
Talk to TN. That can wait.
She's fine.
He was saying, like, you just found out he heard a voice from somebody on the radio. That's not interesting to you at all.
That's time for a town meeting for sure.
That would be all I'd be talking about. They'd be like, Tyrone, why you keep fucking talking about this voice? I'm like, well, because all this shit going, like, what are you talking about? Like, we got to figure out how the fuck to get out of here. You guys are talking about building a damn satellite and all this shit, but we just heard a voice, you know, and I don't know. I think I would go into like hyper mode, you know, if I was.
Donna told him not to say too much stuff because it's going to give false hope. You know, mass hysteria. You know, you don't want to cause all those different things.
He's a leader.
Boyd
not.
Yeah. So yes, let's talk about what Boyd. But Boyd really didn't even acknowledge it. I don't even know what headspace he's in currently. He has his diseases. He has the infection of the worms. He hasn't talked about the spiders he saw. He hasn't told people about the tree. Like, people need to talk. That's the the issue with this whole situation. Communication.
Yes, communication is key. Communication is key. You got Mika say Kenny's not on the council.
Absolutely not.
Kara said Randall ain't on my council. Christy is a good choice. Ethan was able to put the puzzle together as well. He is key. Remember, Sarah was told to kill him.
Right.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
True. Mika says, do you think Donna is right that Boyd is just trying to redeem what he couldn't do in terms of helping his wife? Yeah. I
thought that was a stretch and a read.
I feel like there's a certain aspect of that that's true. I don't think that's the entire reason why Boyd is like doing what he's doing, but I do think that definitely does affect and inform his decision making, within this whole situation that they got themselves in, especially when it comes to like morality wise, like not wanting to utilize the box and stuff like that, because it's like, well, damn, like because it's pretty much like the worst thing that could have happened to him, or the second worst thing, because killing his son would have probably been like the worst thing, but his wife, that's got to still be something to deal with, especially there's no therapy at this place. There's no one everybody, you can talk to someone, but it's like, okay, well, you as crazy as I am, because we all going through the same shit. Nobody is like in a quote unquote level-headed type of situation, so it's very very, very interesting. Very interesting.
I'm trying to remember what even prompted. Was it the priests that kind of sparked his brain? Yeah. He was like, okay, I need to go out and search and figure out what's going on. Because I think before that he seemed more even keel, but ever since he found out Sarah knows things she shouldn't know, and there's probably more information out there, he's been like going crazy trying to find that shit out.
Yeah, because Donna was like, I ain't trying to hear that shit. That the priest been dead. The priest been dead. What you talking about?
Sarah said that the world or the land or whatever she calls it was mad, and that the kids or I think the voices, or she had a different voice this time, and they told her that we made the place angry or something like that. I think so before when Boyd first talked after he jumped through the tree, and then in this episode, damn it, Victor said something too.
The trees are changing. Something like
trees are changing. Yeah, like he doesn't know what that means. But what does that mean?
Climate change. Climate change and wherever the
what's it called? Weather.
And I'm like, yeah, trees are changing. How Victor expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, just give me something something tangible. Don't just throw vague shit out there and expect me to be like, oh, okay, all right, I get you.
You mean like it's fall time? What do you mean, Victor?
That's the thing. We gotta figure that out. Mika said everyone ignoring the voice except Jim, but obviously whoever it was is trying to stop them. They're probably getting close to something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Victor said it's dangerous to ask these questions that you're asking. So he's aware of something a little bit more.
Yeah, I remember he said the guy used to make everyone laugh in the town, and once he got I don't know if the book drove him mad, which makes me think about Jade's story. I don't know what it is.
Jade's about to go. I think
I don't know about go, but he's probably gonna maybe lose a bill. Bury Jack Nicholson, The Shining. I don't know, but that was interesting to me too.
Oh yeah. We got Kira says we got no Bacta this episode. I want to see more of her. Facts. We got to see more of the bus driver. Bacta, definitely. Now what I wanted to Tamon, I wanted to get your opinion on this, because as soon as I saw this scene, I was like, I want to know what your initial reaction was when you saw this scene, when you saw Jade, in the bedroom or whatever, in the bar, I think he was in there, I think he was laying down or some shit, and then he saw what I thought it was one of them things. I was like, oh shit, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for your boy. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. Episode 5. It's getting live. It's getting live, episode 5. And then it turned out it was just like a fucking vision from whatever the fuck symbols and shit. So what did you think it was one of them vampires, at the
I know
door?
you fucking lied. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. They could never do that. And it was daytime, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, that was my initial thought. I did perk up a little bit, but I knew they wouldn't kill my boy.
Yeah.
So we have two people, not two, but we have Boyd seeing the priest who's dead and he's talking to him. And we have Jade who's seeing this Christopher guy who saw the symbols that he's now seeing.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out if this is supposed to be helping these characters or if it's something evil trying to make them do something they shouldn't be doing.
Is it real? Well, yeah, is it real? Is it their subconscious, or is it this is actually manifestations really happening?
The Jade guy, that seemed real.
Yeah, it did. But Boyd and the priest, I don't know if that was real or not.
That could have been his like conscience or something talking to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Boyd, on a certain level, it might be his conscience, talking to him. Especially with some of the shit that is being said, And I always think, I'm like, damn, that's gotta be fucking wild to have, like, to have a conversation with yourself, but have it manifest as, somebody else, like, and you throwing shade at yourself and shit. It's like, damn.
Psychosis, yeah, you definitely have an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh yes. Mika said, yeah, the book reference made me think about Jade. Yes. And Kira says, again, Victor's story about that man who went mad with power is another reminder that this place changes you. Most definitely.
What power?
No, the
one who went nuts from the symbols.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then Victor said he woke up and everybody was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, which might be because then we see a scene with him as a kid. Everybody was dead on the ground. You see blood everywhere and shit.
I think last season.
Yeah.
And then Mika said, I thought it was one of the vampires. I was like, damn, Jade out. Yeah. I thought it too, Mika. I thought it too.
It's actually fucked up because you don't know if somebody's a real person or not until it's too late, unless they start smiling at you.
Not even then, because those creatures smile too.
Right. Well, that's how I would figure that it's not a person. If they start smiling at me for no fucking reason.
Oh yeah. No,
then I'm done.
If they start smiling for no reason, then it's just like and not saying shit, like don't play, because it's one motherfucker who get drunk or high one night and just decide to play around like, oh, like I'm one of them, and it's just like, nah, dog.
Off with his head.
Yeah. And then we find out you was a real human, and it's like, oh well, you should have been fucking around. You shouldn't have been fucking around. What did y'all think of Jade telling Victor to fuck off?
Loved it. Loved it. I enjoyed it. He talked dog shit to Victor, and then he was like, you know what, I'm sorry. My bad. I do need to get some information from you, but you're pissing me off.
I understood it. I was not mad at him at all. I came to you yesterday to talk about this. You didn't want to talk about it. Now you want me to play music for you to give me the smallest bit of information. Okay, your mom was here. I got that. I already knew that. What else you got for me?
Yeah.
You moved all these cars here when, Victor?
And there were cars there before him. So people were already moving cars out. I need answers.
Or maybe the key is to get Ethan to get on Victor's level and try and get some more information out of him. You know.
He owe Ethan an apology.
True. He do owe Ethan an apology.
I don't know about all that.
Ethan brought him markers. And
yeah, at what point, you know, Ethan was his boy. Ethan was his boy, you know.
Did anybody else think it was adorable that Jim and Ethan got the same limp? Like when they're walking around, Ethan got his cane. His daddy don't have him. He just got this limp walking around.
Oh, that scene where he was telling Sarah she's a monster, we are not friends.
Yes.
I thought that was interesting. And it kind of showed like Jim, like, okay, maybe she's not a crazy person. Like she just
yeah.
Rebellious. Because when Ethan, you know, went off, I was just like, okay. And then to see Jim, how he handled that, you know, how he handled that whole situation, you know, as Ethan's parent, you know, it was I don't know, it was interesting to me, you know, because some parents would have just, you know, snatched Ethan up and would have been like, you know, you don't talk to nobody like that. Or it could have went the exact opposite and he could have been, you know, encouraging, you know, the boy to say whatever, you know, or to, you know, put 20 on 10. You know?
I didn't think he said anything out of line. If that was my child, I would definitely give him a high five, say I'm so proud of you for standing up for yourself and expressing how you feel in this moment. And I don't think he did anything wrong, but Tabitha was ready to go over there and fuck her up, though. Like, he's not going over there. I'm going.
I felt her. I was not mad. You gonna let this bitch back in here and then not tell us? You should have let her slap her or something. And maybe she would have felt
a small backhand would have been great.
That would have been perfect. If she slapped her, that would have been the perfect ending to that scene.
See y'all trying to add action into the episode. That's what it is.
Please, since Kenny couldn't stump her out in front of the restaurant, I guess Tabitha backhand would have been great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. So we know that it's not allowed for them to try to get into contact with anyone outside of this place. It's not allowed for them to try to escape. You can kill other people, apparently. That's fine. So I'm trying to figure out the people who are watching them, what are they allowing them to do? And like, what are outside of the rules? Because like they put talisman in a tree for some fucking reason, hoping somebody found them. So like, what else is within the rules of this place and what isn't?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Damn. It's probably something that's under our noses too. Like we probably see it every episode and it's just like it's there. But
procreation.
You know. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay. No babies.
I never thought about that. Wow.
Ain't no pregnant women walking around.
Yeah, because ain't nobody in Colony House, like I'm sure ain't no Plan Bs around or, you know, no condoms like that. So
and pulling out doesn't always work.
I was about to
that is it's not a thing.
They need the pull out method at Colony House. So.
Yeah, that's probably what they do at a Colony House, you know, just being like, all right, you know.
That's even worse because now we share, even though I'm Colony House, we share in a space now. People really got to clean up all over this damn house because if you pulling out and
but that doesn't mean you pull it out and going over the walls. You can do a back.
It's not going in a area.
It can go on a person. It's just not inside of a person.
Correct. Well, yes.
I mean, yes. They have a no.
I'm regretting bringing this up.
Yeah.
You did this. Just so the record, you did this. Yikes. For those who can't get pregnancy, that is a requirement for those who live in Colony House to pull out. There you have it.
All right, Colony House. Where the party's at, you know.
Fatima Mika mentioned Fatima could be pregnant at some point. That would change it a lot because you're thinking about resources. I don't really
she
know
got to
how.
eat more.
Right, she'll eat more. I do think they need to have a lottery in this town. If they start dwindling down on resources, they need to start picking names that I had. Like, okay, we got to kill this part. Very Yellow Jackets. It. We got to kill you off because we need to survive. Maybe start eating each other. Who knows?
You gotta do what you gotta do. Shit, and especially in times like that. Especially in
We don't know
times
what
like
it
that.
means that the groceries are getting. What they have chickens running around? I think I've seen chickens, right? Or is it just grains?
I don't remember, but somebody said it's always replenished, so we never have to worry about food.
Yeah.
So whoever's watching them intentionally sent more people in, so they have less resources.
The rudeness. It feels like an experiment, Jim.
Mm-hmm. It absolutely feels like an experiment to see how far they can push a person, maybe to see what will happen.
Mm-hmm. Who do we think that voice is? Could it be a townsperson that's there currently and this is from the future? Like, could it have actually been Jim talking to himself from the future? Could it be...
Well, when you said a person in town, I didn't consider it could be somebody that's already in the town that was telling them to stop it. They wouldn't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
Shit, it could be somebody in like an underground bunker that they don't really know about as of yet, and just giving them. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting if they had someone in the bunker and no one knew about, and they were just giving them clues and shit, like just not spelling it all out for them, but just giving them little clues, like, oh, this motherfucker know, like tell us what's going on, like, but they never really spelled it all out to everybody. I think that would spice it up a little bit. Mika says, yeah, Victor said his mother knew the man was changing and made him hide. Someone is going to go rogue and put everyone in danger. I get that. I'm waiting for Kenny's faction to go rogue. Waiting on that. Kira says Jim told Boyd he didn't see a monster when he said Sarah, but a scared kid. Wow.
I don't know about kid. I don't think she's a child, but I think she's a little fucked up in the head from what's happening.
Just a little bit. Mika says Ethan was able to articulate himself very well in that moment. He took his power back and faced his fear. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Ethan was the victor of the episode.
He was. Yes. Wait, Victor or like Victor?
He was victorious. He overcame his fear.
He definitely was that. Mm-hmm. I was very proud of him and his little crutches, little Timmy.
And then his sister was like, yeah, bring your ass in here, chop these potatoes.
Period. I don't want to. I don't either. Come on, let's go.
Mika said, I think Fatima will get pregnant. That would be an interesting dynamic. Yeah. Daddy Ellis. That'd be wild. That'd be wild.
Kill the pregnant lady, right?
Well, shit, they did the first episode, man. Didn't they? Didn't somebody get... No, actually, no. That's just what I wanted to happen. When we saw her stomach ripped open, the mom's stomach ripped open in the first episode, it took me back to Evil Dead Rise, and when she was sniffing her, and she was like, 2 souls, and I'm like, I wish in that moment she would have ripped that baby out of her.
She is so excited too. Yeah. 2 souls. That's what we needed in that moment, to rip it out. This little fetus. I'm sorry. Can we say what? Yikes! But
well, listen. They did some wild shit in the first episode, So
they killed a little girl. Shit.
Yeah, they did, and they showed it. They showed her remains. I was like, damn, that's what sold me. I'm like, y'all giving it to me heavy in the first episode. Now we season 2, episode 4 and 5. Like, how many episodes? I think we got 10 episodes this season. 10. So we're about halfway through. So if there, and I get it, if there's some lulls or some slowdowns, but y'all need to pick it up. Pick it up. Give us something.
Something. We need to have some sort of answer by the end of the season. Something.
Yeah.
By the end of the season, I feel like we know as much as we did from episode 1 of this season.
Like they literally bought a bus full of people, and I think only maybe like a couple people died, or a couple people got eaten, so far or whatever. I'm like, I feel like a lot more people. There needs to be or maybe they're saving it for the wedding. Maybe they're saving it for the wedding.
I could see it. The wedding. Randall snapped. He's unfortunately shooting at people from the top of the bus with his gun. People running off into the woods and shit. And then it gets dark at some point, and now everybody's trying to figure out how to fucking survive out there and get back into town.
Michael, that's when Randall's going to replace the talismans for the reception at night at the Colony House. He's going to take them out, and they're going to get into Colony House during the reception and fuck shit up.
Wow. What if the point is to be the last person surviving?
Why not? They get on my nerves anyway.
I didn't even think about that. Like, the wedding, because I was like, all right, the wedding, but I didn't even think about the reception, because we can have a sweet wedding scene, but the reception is where the massacre is, the bloody massacre. So I like that. I like that idea.
And that's where Fatima should hit it, unfortunately. Not Ellen.
I agree.
She was super annoying that one episode, but we'll see. I'm still giving her a chance. Mika says Ethan gave Sarah a hard stare down on that.
Doing the most. Take your ass inside.
Little boy, if you don't get out my face, I'll kick you. Listen, Chucky, I don't give a shit about what you talk about.
I mean, not for nothing. I could run up on this porch real quick before your mother come out here and get you if I wanted to. So remember that.
Yes, your daddy got a limp, and I'll take him too.
I mean, it's I guess it was for just to give him his arc this episode, because he really, like, I feel like he overcame, a lot of his fears, anxiety, and stuff like that, and he had a more, honestly, he was the only one who really like had that type of story, like, because the adults is fucking up, the adults is, everybody's unraveling, Donna's stressed out, Boyd is over here losing it, seeing motherfuckers, Jade is over here losing it, seeing motherfuckers, Victor is over there being Victor, it's a lot of people doing a lot of weird shit right now. So
you know what, you mentioned that was an arc for Ethan, but I think it's also for Sarah, because that was that look she gave, walked away. It's almost seeming like they're pushing her way to the point where if these voices start up again, she's going to just decide that, okay, I'm going to have to just do this because nobody's fucking with me right now. What's the incentive for me to like be nice to y'all or courteous or be a part of this community?
Do you think she's a time bomb?
Ooh.
I think they're making her a time bomb. Because you aren't going to tell me fuck you but so many times. It's just not, it's not going to be an everyday thing. You're not going to be throwing my shit and breaking it, embarrassing me in front of all these people. No.
I prefer being the time bomb versus her being self-inflicting. Like, I don't want to see her jump out in the house.
But then it's like everybody could be like, see, we told you should have put her in the box. And I feel like that's almost too easy.
Ooh. Now, what would be wild is if somebody put someone who we deemed innocent in the box.
Ooh.
like Tien or see the investigations.
Listen, I was laughing and crying all at the same time.
That would be like Walking Dead. That would be like watching Glenn get pummeled. Ooh. No, I don't want Tien to go. It got to be somebody. Tien and Donna need to be safe. It got to be somebody else.
I mean,
anything can go. Put that little boy in that box.
I honestly would be I would be upset if they did something to Donna. Like I would be truly, like pissed off if they did something to Donna.
It's season 2. It's too early for that, right? It's not time to take out big wigs.
Yeah, way too early, especially because
Jim, Jade, Boy, Donna, they're off the table.
You just had to throw Jade in there.
Of course. Like he's a heavy hitter here. Not yet. Not yet.
Yes, he is.
No.
He did just as much as Jim did.
What?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't put him in that category yet.
Yikes. Wow. Okay, Kenny's a heavy hitter then.
I didn't say that either.
Every time you mention Kenny, you roll your eyes.
I don't roll my eyes, okay?
I'll tell you, you like the fucking not problematic, but the bitchy characters. You like Jade, you like Gail, you like these type of characters.
Problem solvers, answers, problem solvers.
Gail creates problems. She's not a problem solver. She creates issues.
You know that
this is not about her. I'm just saying that you like specific types of characters, and you don't really like the nice ones. You don't like those characters.
They don't get anything done. I like problem solvers, and that's what
like Kenny Prescott. But we're gonna skip all of that. I need answers, y'all. I need some answers with this. I need to know something. If I were in this situation, I would have been going crazy by now. Like the people are okay. I get it. We working, we growing plants of shit, but we need to be trying to get up.
No, see, I would have been an issue because I would have been looking for so many answers. I would have been trying so many things. Like sometimes I'm like, you motherfuckers just sitting, drinking. Like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. Like let's work on.
Send somebody else in the woods. Okay, you did it, boy. Let's see if something else happens to another person.
And Randall, he's perfect to go to the woods. To find out him and Sarah, then they come back with babies. But after I become sober, after a week probably of being in this town, I need some time to adjust.
Yeah.
But after I become sober, I'm definitely gonna be a problem solver and try to figure things out.
Gail Webber, I can't.
Talking to you
yourself to everybody.
This is gonna be a good book after I get out of here.
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't mind like a Gail Weathers type character in the show. Like a news reporter, and she was even though all ye hope was lost, she was still like, I'm gonna document everything because when I get out of here, this is gonna be like a #1, bestseller.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't mind that.
It's full of great content. It's heartbreaking. No one would believe it, but I survived it, and I wrote it. It's great.
Yeah,
Jane probably would do that.
This is making me feel like I need to watch Lost again because I'm wondering if they're following the same pattern. Because you had season 1, then season 2 where they brought the others in, which was the other group of people. So I'm trying to figure out like if they're following some sort of pattern.
I saw the first couple of seasons and the finale. I didn't see a lot of Lost.
I don't know what happened. Maybe
I binged. Excuse me, I binged everything. The whole, I think it was 10 seasons. I binged the whole thing, and I still don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
Are they dead or alive?
I don't know.
I think they
it seemed like
died, and then they went through time, and then there was like a portal, and there was like somebody was a professor. It was a lot going on.
It was very they seemed like they died. So I watched the finale before anything. So I really was fucking confused. And then I started watching the show, but it was very just like, okay, they were themselves out in the world, but then they magically remembered who they were on the island to each other or some shit. I don't know, but I hope something like this doesn't happen with this show. I want concrete answers.
Yeah, I
Who
want
are these people.
And really,
Jim mentioned experiments like this happening back to World War II. It makes me want to go kind of like do some research to see if there are any similar to this, to see if that gives any clues.
There are Wayward Pines is very similar to this, and that's why I don't want to be. Have you seen that?
I saw the first season of it.
Wayward Pines is exactly this storyline. They wake up in the house. There's no connection to electricity, but they have all these resources in this town. You find out that people are actually watching them, and then you actually find out they've been dead for years, but they were frozen and put into this town to preserve mankind.
And then you see the creatures after the fact.
When new people show up, they're just awakening them from their cryo chamber and sending them there. That's what happens.
Okay, shit, I gotta check out Wayward Pines.
Oh, it's good. It's on Fox.
I definitely gotta check that out.
And the same type of cast, the same type of feel. It's really, and I didn't want to say this from the beginning, but it's really like almost one for one.
Wow.
You see, Wayward Pines was shorter, so I at least knew what the fuck was going on by the end of that season.
Yes.
This, I still don't know. I think what's saving this for me is the characters, honestly. I like the characters, like the performances. So that is dragging me from episode to episode because I think the plot is good, but it's the characters that keep me wanting to watch.
I agree. I definitely agree. We got a Mika. She says, yes, I agree. The town is making her a time bomb as well. She will be more susceptible to voices. Now she really doesn't want to stay there. So taking out the people will get her home. Yes. Kira says, I might not watch the next episode. Wait for 2 or 3 to air, then consume back to back / binge. Right now, I'm screaming at the end of each episode. I feel you, Kira, because I'm just like, sometimes we'll get these cliffhangers or these half cliffhangers, but they won't lead to nothing. It'll just lead to more questions, and I'm like, what's going on? You know, I'm falling down a rabbit hole, but you know what's going on.
She would have, honestly, she would have. She'd be like, you bitch. You said you know what? Okay,
Victor, open your fucking mouth. That's what she would say. She would have ate his ass up already.
Oh man. So what do you guys like, what hopes do you guys have for the next episode? You know.
Story. Some action. I can take less action as long as they give me like substantial world building and storytelling that we can hold on to, because these little, like you said earlier, these little Easter eggs, these little small things that's probably going to add up in season 4.
Yeah,
don't do that to us, like, because you can if you keep going at this pace, you won't make it to season 4.
Exactly.
Honestly, true. Like it's not going to work that way.
Because I do feel like the first season, with it being on Epix, nobody really knew about it like that. Like it was like a couple people were like, "Oh, this is a great show," you know. And now we're in season 2. A little bit more people got it, but you switch the app, you switch to MGM Plus, and you want us to, like, if I recommend the show, you know, to someone, you want them to be able to like watch some hot fire, you know. And you know, I don't like, if I were to be like, oh yeah, from, you know, and they were to watch this episode, they'd be like, well, damn, you know, what's the magic? You know, what's the magic? You know.
Yeah, I've got friends to watch it who don't really like horror, but they watched all the first season and really liked it. So this season needs to like crank it up some more. The second seasons, the sophomore seasons of shows are supposed to be doubled and everything. Like, you already have a bigger cast. We need a bigger blood count.
I mean, the change of Buffy from season 1 to season 2 incredible.
Exactly. And we're not getting that in character development. And yes, I understand that this is you sometimes shoot yourself in the foot when you do things starting the next day, like whether it's like Halloween 1 or Halloween 2, it takes place the same night. Same thing for this, sometimes you can shoot yourself in the foot, but we need some character development and it needs to move quickly, and we're not getting it. And we don't have enough answers. And I'm sure it's intentional, but I don't know. I don't know if they can make it to a season 3 like this.
I think they have character development. It's the lack of answers that's frustrating, I think. We're finally getting to points where some characters who were like benevolent early on, they're starting to show sides that they can go to the dark side a little bit, and potentially vice versa. Because Sarah, when she was doing some fuck shit the first season, and now she's kind of trying to change. I just think it's the lack of answers that makes it frustrating. Let me know something. Either somebody need to die, or I need answers. That's what I need in the next episode.
But is that enough? Is death enough to make us continue to come back without any reward?
I think death by a person there, like an intentional death, not by the creatures. I think that'll have me interested a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, you literally have all these people. I need more drama within the cast, because the monsters are already a threat. I feel like that's what carried The Walking Dead, so long, especially off the bat, because the characters and the intricacies of the drama there. So I feel like they need to do that here. Dive into that. Give us some answers. You don't got to answer everything, but give us some answers, that may connect to something else you don't want to tell us about, but at least make me feel like have me sit down an episode and just sit with it and just be in awe, and outside of the because I love the violence, I love the gore, so I would love gore, but I also know that you might want to save that for the end of the season. But give me some drama with these characters, and give me another element of danger besides the world, because you got a lot of asshole characters in here, but I just feel like you're not doing anything with them. Like Randall, this motherfucker on top of a bus or whatever, just doing what he do, and Kenny, he threatening, women outside of diners and shit, and it's just like, like ramp it up a little bit. I feel like this is get it ramp it up a little bit, because like you guys were saying, you might not make it to a season 3 if you don't, because this is the season to hook people, because we already watch it, we already subscribe, but like if you don't step it up, then am I going to watch season 3 when it's live, or am I going to wait for it to be available and binge it? Like that's going to be the deterrent, right there.
They may have a luxury because MGMs or Epics don't have many shows that they own, so they may have the benefit of bullshitting because you don't have anything else to replace us with. We're the headliner.
Check out Chapelwaite. That's a good show on MGM Plus as well.
Oh, you told me that
Chapelwaite.
And The Godfather of Harlem's pretty good as well. The Godfather.
Oh, they have other shows. Yikes! I guess I'll take a little walk. How do I even find this? You know what? I'll figure it out.
It's on the same ad.
Oh, I have Prime, so I go through Prime to find from. I don't know. They have their own app.
It's on. If you can find From on, because how are you watching From on Prime? Like you have to get Prime Plus.
Yeah.
See.
See, it's two types of people. It's the ones who download the actual app, and then the ones who go through Prime. And Prime is convenient. It's very convenient. I will say
I have subscription. I just don't know how to access it outside of Prime.
Yeah, Shudder need to take some steps towards that, because I've heard that Shudder isn't necessarily all the way accessible on Prime, on Amazon Prime.
Because I did that, And I was like, no, you're gonna give me my refund so I can get this app because I can't watch nothing live on here. It's confused. You can't find everything that they have on the app on Prime. Like you may have to physically search it.
It's foolishness because I downloaded Shutter onto my Fire Stick, and it's just a horrible app. The shit crashed. You know, I gotta reopen. I gotta shut everything down, restart the whole, like every other app. If the shit's shut down, I just restart it. But with Shutter, I gotta restart my whole Fire Stick.
Oh damn!
So, yeah, it's like that. You know, so
AMC Plus was doing the same thing. When Interview with the Vampire came out, I would have to keep turning it on and off to try to watch the show.
Prime. That's all I got for you. That's all I got for you. I have BET and some other stuff. All I know is Prime. It's all on Prime. You can watch stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what they want. I think, you know, since they own the Fire Stick.
I have the Shutter app on my phone. And I just cast it up to my TV.
Yeah. But you know, I think we're all hoping that they up the ante the next episode, well, the next, you know, as far as continuing the season, so that, you know, we have more to just to be jazzed about, you know. And I know they may not give us the answers that we want, but at least put some exciting shit on the screen. At least give us some infighting with these people, because you got all this drama, all this backseat drama. You need to push it to the front, and give us what we want, you know. So hopefully they take it there, you know. Hopefully they take it there. But yeah, that's been another episode of From Season 2 Breakdown, you know, with my co-host over here, Tamon Kane, and our special guest, you know, Michael Anthony Thackeray Binks in the building. You know, thank you for stopping by, man. It's always a pleasure. Of course.
Know, I have to represent for Donna. I never know if Sylvester's going to be up here trashing her name, dragging her through the butt. No, stop.
Listen,
his name is Randall now. His name is Randall.
Yeah, it's Randall. He is definitely the Randall of It's always a Randall. Even in Recess, there was a Randall. You know, it's always a Randall, man. You know, but thank you to the chat for stopping by. Mika and Kira, thank y'all for stopping by, for rocking out with us. You know, Jaleesa, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, that's been another episode. I hope y'all watch the next episode, because you can catch us next Wednesday as we'll be chopping it up about hopefully we'll have some action to talk about, you know, because yeah,
Amon's gonna have his rest in peace outfit on for Jade next Wednesday.
No, he go come in dressed in all black, with a veil, some flowers. You know, we go hear the music.
Yep, and I have all that too. So absolutely, absolutely. Jay will survive. He may go crazy. He may go mad and kill everybody else, but he will survive.
Oh yes. Well, yeah, will Jade survive? All that and more next Wednesday on the next episode of From Season 2 Breakdown. And as always, peace, love, and horror, folks. And we're out of here. It's been another episode. And